Jelko working hard inside with the Notre Dame defense. Harder the other way, and one. Darren Mabry. The offense for the Irish. West Bell looking for Dotson.
Yeah.
Oh, they got such a great connection going.
Welcome, everyone, to the Niele Ivey Show, brought to you by TireRack.com. I'm Bob Nagle. It's my honor to be in the presence of our Kevin and Karen Keys head coach, Niele Ivey. And, Coach, what a great time of year. You get a chance to catch your breath for a little bit. I heard you breathing heavy when you came in. It's been quite a run.
It has been. It's been an incredible year. It's been a grind, but it's been so exciting, so much improvements, highs and lows, but, just love it.
It's so nice just to get the chance to play all the games and not worry about so many things we did last year and the year before. And it really has been a tremendous year in so many ways. We're going to talk about that coming up, individual awards, team awards, and things like that. And where we are right now with the Magnificent Seven, we've been kind of going along with a shortened roster and still playing really good basketball. So we'll talk all about that. Sam Burnell's going to join us. She's got her fast break segment where she's going to talk to Abby Prohaska, which will be kind of fun. We're looking forward to that. So we'll take a break. When we come back, Coach Ivey and I will get into some conversation about all the highs and lows. Stay with us. You're watching the Niele Ivey Show, brought to you by TireRack.com. Welcome back to the Niele Ivey Show, brought to you by TireRack.com. Coach, so many things to talk about. We're heading for our third season. First one is the regular season, second season ACC tournament. Now we get to focus on another one, but it's hard to focus there without looking back on just some great things. Talk about this team that winds up winning 22 games, top 4 seed in the ACC tournament, and where we've come from and where we're going.
Oh my gosh, just so proud of this group. It's been such a great year. It's been so fun. I just love coming to work every day. And they've just been amazing. I'm so proud of the improvement, the growth, the maturation process. With this unit, we've hit a lot of adversity, and this group has just been so resilient, and they're just so fun to work with.
Well, and they do have that great attitude, which reminds me a little bit of some of the teams you were part of at Notre Dame, where you did have adversity, we did have injuries, we lost certain players, whatever. You learned to battle through it, and we did that to the tune of 22 wins. And you think back some of the great nights. Obviously, the win over North Carolina State is one that'll last a long time. Coach McGraw used to have a list of top 10 games, which had 30 games in it, and you're starting to build that list. That was quite a night.
Oh, it was so amazing. The energy of the crowd, my first top 5 win, the way that we fought back to win that game. I felt like our team was ready. We played at a very, very high level, and just to celebrate that moment, celebrating the locker room, a lot of dancing, a lot of water throwing. It's my first experience, and I wouldn't want to share it with anyone else, the team, my staff. It was just incredible. I love the fans. They gave us so much energy, and it was just so fun to be a part of that.
There was an aspect that happened later in the season because of some delays and rescheduling, things like that. Well, once we got to where we're playing games on a regular basis, all of a sudden we're playing one every 2 days or every 3 days, and it really was a grind, especially by that time. We have some injuries. We're on a shortened roster, and yet everybody's showing up and everybody's playing hard.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, I had the playbook for that. A couple years ago, just being an assistant here at Notre Dame with the same situation, being down numbers and lots of injuries. So I thought we did a great job of navigating that schedule. Like you said, we played, I felt like 3 times a week, almost every other day. We were making up games. So credit to my performance staff and Ann Marquez and everyone just being on the same page of making sure that we were preparing our team and trying to navigate through those tough moments. But we learned a lot, and just happy that we made it through.
Thinking of some of the things that have happened over the years when we've had those injuries. Other players had to step up and fill those roles. We had 3s playing 4, 4s playing 5. And yet when you get everybody back and everybody's healthy, now the 3s have some experience being a 4, and it makes everybody more knowledgeable about the game.
Yeah, well, when our back's against the wall and our numbers are down, it requires everybody on the team to do a little bit more. And I feel like everybody was comfortable playing different roles. The goal is always to win, to get better, and I feel like they were very committed to that.
ACC, without question, the best conference in the country for women's basketball. We wind up with the top 4 seed, which is great. You get the double bye. And I know at the beginning of the season you have certain goals, and that certainly was a goal along the way, and yet for a while it looked like it might be in question, but boy, I tell you, the focus was great.
Yeah, we went on that 4-game homestand, and that really set us up, I feel like, to understand, like, okay, if we win this game, we go on the road and we defeat Georgia Tech, it was pretty much lined for us, and I felt like they really locked in towards the end of the season, knowing that every game matters always, but I feel like it was really that 4-game home stretch really gave us confidence as we went on the road and got a huge road win at Georgia Tech and put us in position to have a double bye, and that was always part of one of our goals and just a big improvement from last year.
Everybody's speculating that we'll have 8 teams out of the conference in the tournament, maybe 9. There's a couple of ACC teams kind of in the bubble there, so we'll see what happens as the tournaments go on. But when you think about the quality of the competition every game in conference play, a salute to the league, to the other teams, but we're going to have 2 number 1 seeds out of the ACC.
It's incredible. This league is definitely a recruiting pitch. Every night you're playing against a tournament-tested team, and again, we are such a strong league. It gets you prepared for the tournament. You know, I'm hoping that our resume is good enough, you know, to make sure that we get in the tournament, and just excited for what's to come. And I just love the competition. It's a challenge every night, but that's what you want, and I feel like that's helped us grow as a unit.
Get a lot of questions being affiliated with the team. You know, people say, hey, what's wrong with this? What's wrong with that? I said, do you have any idea how young we are? You know, if Olivia Miles had been eligible for awards, we might have Freshman of the Year in our conference. I mean, that's how young we are, and yet so talented and so much future ahead of us. But, you know, you look at Maddie Westbell's just a sophomore, and this team has played a lot of times like they're much more mature than that.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you mentioned, the future is so bright with this group, and to have a freshman lead us in the way that Olivia Miles has led us this season is just phenomenal. And then Sonia Citron, I mean, their roles have expanded. I told her coming in, you're a freshman, but I'm looking at you as a sophomore. You know, like, they basically are blossoming in front of our eyes. And I know that's a lot of pressure. It's definitely not an easy task, and the fact that they've come in every day not caring about that and just knowing that I want to do whatever is best for this team and I want to help this team win. It just is a credit to them and their character. And again, Maddie Westbell being a sophomore, coming in and making an incredible impact. Our team is just so incredible and just so fun to see how much we've evolved this season.
I know other seasons you've had freshmen, you got to teach them how to load a suitcase and live out of it on the road. And we've got people not only doing those things, but they're getting on the floor and having to play key roles for us. And you're giving them a lot, and they're taking a lot, and they're able to perform.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that was something that I talked to Olivia and Sonia. You know, when I got the job, you're going to have the opportunity to come in and make an immediate impact, and that's what they wanted. I think as a freshman coming in, you want to be able to get that experience early, and they have had a chance to do that. A lot of experience, and again, they're just growing up in front of our eyes, and I'm just excited for what's to come for those two and how they've led us. And again, credit to Dara. You know, we have an incredible upper class with Maya Dotson being a new addition, Abby Prohaska, Sam Brunel, and Anea Peoples. Our upperclassmen have done a great job of helping the youth.
I was going to mention Anea. You know, she was starting early in the season, and Sonia gets that starting spot, which is, you know, sometimes players are worried about that, like it makes a big difference. It doesn't. You're going to get your minutes. You're going to have to play. But Anea's had a great attitude, and I think playing some of her best basketball just recently, defensively especially. Absolutely.
I think it's great, our communication. She understands. Again, like you said, she's an incredible young lady. She wants to do what's best for the team. She wants to win, no matter coming off the bench, starting. I feel like she's always been committed to this program, committed to me and my vision, and she comes in every day, goes to work, and she's a huge spark plug off the bench, and I'm grateful for that.
I know you mentioned after the Miami game that you're really happy for Miami. They reached a new level. They accomplished a great thing. They had a great tournament, and you give a lot of respect for them. And that's a team that was deep. We're playing 7. And we're playing 2 days in a row, and they come in with a pretty full roster. I know you're not looking for any kind of excuses, but it became kind of apparent as the season went on when we had the that tough schedule, it was explained that, we got maybe a little tired.
Yeah, I mean, I knew that was something that was going to be difficult. It was going to be a grind, with such a shorter bench and the numbers being low. And, I felt like you said, credit to Miami. I felt like they were, extremely hot in that tournament, had incredible upsets and very well coached. And I felt like they came out the aggressor and is going to learn a lot from that game. And again, like this entire season, you just have to be prepared. You have to be ready and try to find a way, no matter what. We were one possession away from winning that game. And I know that this group is going to learn from that. And hopefully, I'm happy that this week we'll get a lot of rest. We'll have an addition of Abby Prohaska headed to the tournament. So I think that's going to help out a lot.
Well, I was going to ask you about the plans now. We put the other 2 seasons behind us with a lot of success, a lot of confidence out of that. And now we got some time. We got some time to rest, which is important. We got some time to heal up. Even the 7 players you got on the floor, I think 2 or 3 of them are visiting Ann Marquez before every game to make sure they're ready to go. And so you got some time to rest up and heal up and then get focused. We won't know who we're playing for another week or so.
Yeah, we're definitely going to utilize this week. We're going to get healthy, get a chance to really rest and make sure that we are getting with Ann, like you talked about, and then also just getting in work, fundamentally, not being able to practice a lot with such short numbers. Like, we really have to get in the gym and work on the fundamental part, work on our defense, work on our rebounding, all the little things that you don't get a chance to do towards the end of the season with such a hectic schedule. So I'm excited to have a bunch of practices, even before we find out who we're playing, and then we'll have our practice guys that's going to help us prepare, and then a lot of rest in between.
And Michaela will have to suit up and get out on
I would
the
love to
floor.
have Michaela to suit up.
Wouldn't that be something? But it's spring break as well, so you're going to have some time when the guys aren't available. But they've been such a great contributor to the program and to the work ethic that our players have.
Yes, practice players, they're just the sixth man. They're the unsung heroes in every program, in every team that I've been a part of. And we have an incredible group, a group of about 8 to 10 guys that come in. They don't get anything but a couple meals and some gear sometimes, and they really prepare us. They get us ready. They make games a lot easier because practices are so difficult. And I'm just grateful that we continue here at Notre Dame to have a great group of guys that help us prepare.
And I think those guys from time to time have been good enough to play in maybe a Division II tournament and do well. They shoot too well sometimes against us in practice.
Yes, they're talented.
Really good players. We're going to take a break coming up here, and then when we come back, we're going to talk about the focus on the NCAA tournament and possible seedings and all those kind of things. But congratulations again on just a fantastic season and moving in the right direction and being patient with this young group. It's a lot of fun.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All righty. We'll be back in just a little bit with Coach Niele Ivey, and we've got Sam Brunell coming up with a special guest at Abby Prohaska. So stay with us. We'll be back on this edition of the Niele Ivey Show, brought to you by TireRack.com.
Testing. Hey, we have Nagle in the back seat pretending to be You're right. Carla.
Oh my Jesus. Hi. Hey.
Some yogurt. Oh, right here we have Nat on her first road trip since she got surgery. So right now we're with Dara Mabry, senior captain. Hey everybody. So we're on our way to the airport. We're about to leave for Greensboro. Should touch down 12. Okay. 11:30. I'll let you know when we land. See you there. This is our coach, Carol Owens. Say hi.
Hi. How are you?
She wants to be in my video now, so say hi to Abby.
Hey y'all, what's up? This is the Twin Flame takeover. We just got to Greensboro. We're on the bus and we're on the way to the hotel.
We just got to the hotel. Now we're having lunch. Hey guys, so right now we're at the practice gym. Nat is gonna record us, give you the inside scoop.
Okay, here we have Sonia taking her first shot of the day. Wait, I thought you were going to take the shot.
Thanks for tuning in, Irish fans. This afternoon, we're at the International Civil Rights Center and Museum, and we're really grateful to be here to just appreciate one another, especially during these times and the fight for social justice. Keep tuning in with my sweet cheeks, and we're so happy you guys are following us. Go Irish! Go Irish!
Hey y'all, welcome back to Full Court Press. I am Sam Brunel, and today I have with me senior guard / sometimes forward, Abby Prohaska. Abby's had quite the interesting journey since joining the team. She actually was a part of the 2019 runner-up championship team, and so she got to experience a wonderful group with Enrique and Marina and them. But she's also had a little bit of adversity since being here the past few years, and so we're gonna talk a little bit about Abby's story and get to know her a little deeper and talk a little bit about the NCAA tournament. You ready, Abby?
Yep.
So let's first start with what was it like to be a part of the 2019 national championship runner-up team?
I guess one word to describe it would be special. I mean, that team, we had all the pieces. We had people who were willing to sacrifice themselves and also knew their role. I think role players are extremely important. And so it was just a special group of people, and it was super exciting to be able to experience that with them, especially having the leadership that we had on that team and just getting to learn from them and trying to just take in every moment that we had together.
Yeah, definitely. And then, moving forward, it's been a little bit of, bumps in the roads for you, facing a lot of adversity between injuries and, your lungs your sophomore year. And how has those moments redefined you or shaped you into the person and player that you are today?
Yeah, I definitely think that I go back to the saying to never give up. I've definitely faced a lot of unusual injuries and challenges throughout my 4 years that I've been here. So just reminding myself not to give up and just be thankful for every day, because you really have no idea when it could potentially end. And so just going through all the injuries and challenges I've gone through, I've learned to just embrace the journey and appreciate everything that you go through, even if it's hard. Just being able to be grateful and being a reminder of that and having that and that experience is just something that I'm really grateful for.
Yeah, absolutely. And, looking ahead in a couple weeks, maybe less, I guess now, we're going to be heading into the NCAA tournament. Mm-hmm. What are you looking most forward to heading into the tournament this year?
Just being able to leave our own legacy as a team. And I know being under a new head coach, just giving her that opportunity to play in the NCAA tournament and just being able to experience this with a new group of people, new leadership, and just pulling as much information as I can going into this tournament and just having fun and keeping everything simple, honestly.
Yeah, and being a senior, you've been here 4 years now. Is there anything that you can specifically take away over the last 4 years that you will take with you moving forward with life?
Definitely just keeping things simple. I've learned since freshman year that if you overthink, you're probably just setting yourself up for failure. Just kind of expecting to approach challenges and to have some hardships and face adversity. So just keeping things as simple as possible, having fun, and just getting to build relationships. Relationships are extremely important, so I'm really, really grateful that I had that opportunity these 4 years.
Yeah, definitely. And then the last thing, Abby has mentioned that she wants to go into coaching possibly one day. Considering this, now playing for 2 head coaches while you've been here at Notre Dame, Coach McGraw and Coach Ivey, is there anything coaching-wise that you would take from what they've showed you and what you've learned from them and implement if you were a coach?
Yeah, so my experience sophomore year, I didn't play at all because of the pulmonary embolism. So being able to pull a lot of information and a lot of strategy from Coach McGraw and sitting next to Beth every game, just hearing what the coaches have to say as well as hearing what players are saying. So definitely being able to have that year, I'm very grateful for, and that ultimately was the year that kind of made me think that coaching might be a route I may take in the future. With regards to Coach Ivey, just being a player coach and having relationships that are strong and just managing those, I think working on players is important. And so just seeing 2 different greats doing their thing, just being able to pull information and a lot of strategy and detail orientation, being able to learn a lot of those aspects is something I'm probably going to pull and take on with me.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Full Court Press today. I'm your host, Sam. This is Abby Prohaska, and we will see you later. Go Irish.
Go Irish.
Welcome back to the Niele Ivey Show, brought to you by TireRack.com. It's such an exciting time of year. We're in the NCAA tournament. We're heading in the right direction, and it's a great field with a lot of ACC teams, so we got to try to maybe avoid them in the first round or two. But what are your thoughts about we don't know, but what are your thoughts about where it looks like we might be going as probably a 5 seed?
Well, first off, I'm so excited. This is my first time as head coach to be a part of the tournament. I feel like I learned a lot last year. It was really difficult. I talked to the team about making sure this year that we were in control of our destiny. Last year, it was out of our control. This year, we took control of it. So, number one, so proud and so excited. It makes you really appreciate, selections show Sunday. It makes you appreciate being part of the tournament because it's such a major situation, major deal. So, super excited. I'm not sure where the seedings are going to be. I feel like we played an incredible schedule. I think we're prepared for whatever dictates, and just excited to play.
It doesn't make any difference where we go. I mean, ultimately, you're in a hotel room, then you're on a floor, you're on a bus, you're back in a hotel room. Really, it's nice to get a little bit of travel. They sent us out to Oregon and different places for the tournament. Amarillo early on, I think, in your career. So they're going to send us where they want to send us, and we're just got to be ready with that focus about engaging in this third season of the year.
Absolutely. I mean, when you're part of the tournament, it's a different mindset that clicks, and we're definitely going to be prepared. We're going to be ready, excited to be a part of it. But also, this is a new group, and this is a group that's never been to the tournament together. So I think we're going to learn a lot. But I mean, it's survive and advance. It's one and done. So everyone's going to play desperate. It's March Madness. It's going to be crazy. But again, I'm just excited to be a part of it.
We had so many great years during the time that you were an assistant coach and player, and you know what this means to you as a player, and it'll lift everybody up. Plus, it's there's other young kids watching our program from around the country. Not sure if I want to go here, not sure I want to go there, and they see you having fun. They see you with a team that's excitable and doing well and going to the tournament. It's going to really help.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, this is all recruiting. As far as the further you go, the stage gets a lot bigger. And again, they're ready. They're, especially the returners, not having that opportunity last year. They're going to be so excited. They're going to be so pumped up. And we have so much success with this program, with the tournament, and we get a chance to paint our nails green. There's so much history, so much tradition, and I'm just excited for that. I mean, it's just St. Patrick's Day is coming up. It's an amazing time for basketball, and again, we're gonna just unite as a group, and I'm excited to hopefully make some incredible waves this year.
Got some outstanding individual players. We won individual awards. As I said, Sonia Citron's the freshman of the year, and again, we would have had Olivia Miles in the competition as well. She finished in the voting high up for MVP and for first team and all that. And Maya Dotson's gotten a lot of honors as well. So you've got weapons. You've got people that are ready to take it to the next level.
Absolutely. I feel like I have all the pieces. I have, in each position. I love my team. I love what we have. I always tell them that when I see them. It's just like we have such incredible talent. Yes, we are young in some areas, but our heart, our desire, our passion, I just love it. And I'm ready to go to battle with my group. I'm excited. I'm super proud of the individual honors that we have with Sonia and Olivia and Maya, and excited for this group as a whole, because I know that we're going to come together and really have a great turnout.
There was also another name that I wanted to bring up that was kind of up there high in the voting for Coach of the Year. I think it was Niele Ivey. And a lot of people were able to observe what you're able to get done. I know last year, there was a lot more promise from last year than the record indicated. I know you came in with a lot of confidence that we could be better, but as a second-year head coach, how's it going?
Wow, I mean, I'm It's my dream job. So every day I come in on campus, it's just like I get a chance to do what I love at the university that I love, and it's surrounded by people that I love. So it's hard to even call this work. Like this is my purpose, and my goal is to improve. My goal is to make sure that I'm bringing out the best in this group and to help them become the best versions of themselves on and off the court. So if I'm doing that, then I know that I'm doing my job.
Well, I know that our team watched your career and watch your involvement as an assistant coach and know that if you set your goals and you stay focused on your goals, you can get there. And that's a great example for everybody involved with the program.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I've walked in their shoes. I've gone through adversity, ACLs, have come out a champion, have been knocked down, found a way to fight back. And I hope that my passion and energy and my experience, I hope that always rubs off on this group. And I always want to be that for them. I want to be an example for them. I want to support them and empower them. So I'm hoping that they feel that way. And I'm hoping that people, when you watch our team, you watch the resilience of this group.
Well, you're a tough kid from St. Louis. That's the way it works, right?
Absolutely.
You and LaFonso Ellis, I think, we've had great success with athletes from St. Louis over the years. So we're looking forward to maybe getting another one or two. But Coach, congratulations again on so many things. And I think the biggest thing for me and for a lot of the fans is to see that electricity back, see the excitement back. We had good crowds. We're building our way back to where we were with attendance. And it's just, it's always tough to light a fire. And you've got one going, and wish you the best of luck.
Thank you. And I want to thank our community. I want to thank our Notre Dame fans and our loyal season ticket holders, everybody that has supported us, even going through a couple tough seasons. I feel like I've always received so many messages of love and support of these young women, and that's the biggest thing. I just want our community and Notre Dame to continue to support our young women, because they're incredible. And so I just want to say thank everyone for all the support for me and what they've done for this program, and we're going to continue to grow and continue to put out a great product.
Well, you've got a great staff as well, and I just love the fact that you have people you can really rely on, and you got some head coaching experience alongside you there on the bench. So it's a nice chemistry, and everything's, as I said, moving in the right direction.
Thank you.
All right, Coach Niele Ivey joining us. She's the Kevin and Karen Keys head coach here at the University of Notre Dame. And just to have a chance to talk to Coach Ivey has been great. I'm Bob Nagle. Thanks for being with us. Join us again. We've got one more show coming up this year. It's the Niele Ivey Show, brought to you by TireRack.com.